What if the next leap in human evolution isn't through natural selection, but something we design ourselves? Welcome to Visiora Future, where we explore the technologies shaping our world. Today, we're diving deep into the groundbreaking and sometimes unsettling world of gene editing. Forget superpowers for a moment. Imagine a world where we can erase hereditary diseases like Huntington's or cystic fibrosis before a child is even born. Picture boosting our memory, enhancing our immune systems, or even adapting our bodies to live on other planets. This isn't science fiction anymore. We are standing on the precipice of a new era, one where we can manipulate the very building blocks of life. But as we gain this incredible power, we must ask ourselves, are we ready? What are the lines we shouldn't cross? The tool making this all possible is called CRISPR. Think of it like a pair of molecular scissors, incredibly precise and relatively easy to use. Scientists can use CRISPR to find a specific gene within our DNA, cut it out, and even replace it with a new one. This technology has revolutionized biology in just a few short years. Its immediate promise is overwhelmingly positive. We're already seeing incredible progress in using gene editing to treat diseases that were once considered incurable. By 2025, we might see the first approved therapies for conditions like sickle cell anemia and certain types of blindness, all thanks to our ability to correct faulty genes. This is the bright, hopeful side of the story. Using science to alleviate suffering and improve human health on a fundamental level. It's a future where millions of lives could be saved or dramatically improved. But here's where the path gets complicated. Once we perfect the technology to cure diseases, what stops us from using it for enhancement? This is the classic slippery slope argument. The line between therapy and enhancement can be incredibly blurry. For instance, is correcting poor eyesight a therapy, while enhancing vision to be better than 20/20ths an enhancement? What about increasing muscle mass to combat muscular dystrophy versus building an elite athlete? This leads us to the deeply controversial topic of designer babies. In a world where gene editing is available, who gets access? If only the wealthy can afford to give their children genetic advantages like higher intelligence, greater athleticism, or even specific physical traits, what happens to society? We risk creating a new form of inequality, a biological class divide, where the genetically rich are separated from the naturals. This isn't just a social issue. It could fundamentally fracture our species. And then there are the unknown risks. The human genome is a vast, complex ecosystem of interconnected genes. We've only just begun to understand how it all works. When we alter one gene, we could inadvertently cause unforeseen problems in another. Maybe not immediately, but generations down the line. We are, in essence, running an experiment on the future of our species without knowing all the variables. The changes we make could be permanent, passed down through generations, altering the human gene pool forever. Are we prepared for the unintended consequences of playing with our own source code? What happens if we make a mistake that can't be undone? The stakes couldn't be higher, because we're not just talking about individual health. We're talking about the long-term evolutionary trajectory of humanity. Let's push the timeline further into the future. Imagine a world where widespread genetic enhancement is the norm. What does humanity look like? We could see the emergence of what some might call superhumans, individuals with enhanced cognitive abilities, disease resistance, and extended lifespans. This could even lead to the creation of distinct human subspecies, adapted for specific environments, like living in space or underwater. If we take control of our own evolution, the slow, methodical process of natural selection that shaped us for millions of years becomes obsolete. What does that mean for our species? Evolution, through natural selection, gave us resilience. And what happens when we replace that with a consciously designed, perhaps more homogeneous, path forward? It forces us to confront a profound philosophical question. In a post-gene editing world, what does it even mean to be human? If we can change our fundamental biology, is our identity tied to our genes, or something more? This brings us to the ethical minefield we must navigate today. A key issue is consent. We can get consent from a patient for a gene therapy that affects only them. But what about germline editing, where changes are made to embryos and are passed down to all future generations? How can we get consent from individuals who do exist, yet for modifications that will define their entire lives? This is an unprecedented ethical challenge. On a global scale, the challenge is regulation. If one country bans genetic enhancement, but another allows it, it could trigger a genetic arms race. Nations might feel pressured to enhance their populations to compete economically or militarily. We need international cooperation and ethical guidelines to ensure this powerful technology is used for the benefit of all humanity, not just a select few. Some even argue for a human right to an unedited genome, a right to be born without predetermined genetic modifications. Should we protect this right? And how would we even enforce it? We are at an evolutionary crossroads. The science is advancing at an incredible pace. And these conversations are not for some distant future. They are critical right now. Scientists, policymakers, bioethicists, and the public all have a role to play in guiding this technology responsibly. We hold in our hands the power to direct our own evolutionary story. The choices we make in the coming years will determine the legacy we leave for countless generations. Will we use this power to build a more capable, healthier humanity? Or will we create a divided society, fractured by genetic haves and have? The future we choose is up to us. It's a monumental responsibility, and it's one we must face together with wisdom, caution, and a deep sense of our shared humanity. What are your thoughts on this incredible and daunting future? Let us know in the comments below. We've only scratched the surface today, so for more deep dives into the technologies shaping our tomorrow, make sure you subscribe to Visiora Future.